Good evening, my name is Jared Young. This is my initial video post in response to the prompt that we had this week. 2 words that I believe describe the most important trends shaping educational technology and distance education. The first one that I had thought of when I was thinking about this was social networking, social media. Social media is everywhere, of course. We have Twitter, Facebook, used to be MySpace, which isn't around much anymore. But our students are on these social media sites often. It's how they interact with their peers. It's how they stay in touch with each other. It's how they find out information. So we need to be able to leverage these things as educational technologists. And Jamie Loiseau and Peggy Ertmer, in their article entitled 10 Tips for Implementing Social Media in the Classroom, had this to say, and I quote, "As students continue to use technology outside of the classroom, the need to engage and motivate students with technology-rich experiences inside the classroom is increasing. Social media is one way to encourage interaction and collaboration and increase content knowledge." Imagine a teacher sending out reminders about projects that are due, sending out posts on Facebook about the highlights from that day's lessons, asking students what their responses were to some of the things that were discussed in class. It's just a way for them to be able to extend the learning and to increase the content knowledge. Maybe they could even ask for submissions from the students as for some more information that the students find on these things. So those are some ways that social media can be used in the classroom. The other word that I had chosen was mobile. Our technology nowadays is becoming more and more increasingly mobile. Our phones are getting smaller, sometimes bigger, but a lot of times smaller and smarter. A lot of times our phones can replace a computer or a tablet, and they're much easier to carry and they fit in your pocket. So we need to be able to leverage the mobile technologies as well. Robin Schellenberger actually suggested that teachers use smartphones in the classroom as part of their lessons. The reasons that they give for this is that students have their smartphones with them all the time. They're either in their pocket or their pocketbook or their jacket or their backpack. In fact, they've become an extension of that student themselves. And they can be used in the classroom to do activities such as text a friend, Google it, and survey says. And text a friend is where a teacher would ask a question. The students would text that question to a friend of theirs, either in the classroom or outside of it, and then that friend would text a response to that question. The teacher would then go around and gather the different responses, and the class would discuss what those responses were. And with Google it, the teacher can ask students to Google course-related resources, such as definitions, images, multimedia files, or websites. There may be some multimedia files that might have some information that the teacher has been talking about that the students can add. And then with Survey Says, you use web resources such as Poll Everywhere, Let's Go Vote, SMS Poll, and I Voted to conduct surveys in the classroom. The teacher will develop the survey, and the students can respond to them depending on which one you use in a number of different ways, either through SMS, through web devices on the website itself, or through tweets. And these things can be used especially for reviewing test questions or test materials in order to be able to know that your students have been paying attention and thinking about these things. So these 2 technologies, social networking and mobile, I think are extremely important in today's classroom and in distance learning. And as educational technologists, we need to be able to leverage these in the classroom to get the effect and the learning that we want to happen. Thank you for watching my post.